I'm here on the west shore bank of the Susquehanna River at Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. This is City Island right here. The Senators baseball, AAA minor league baseball team play there. They're playing right now. At the end of the game, there's going to be a fireworks display, and I'm here to shoot fireworks tonight. So come along and speak about some tips on how to shoot fireworks. A couple of preliminary things to always consider when shooting is the equipment. Number one, shoot fireworks, we're talking about long exposures from 3 seconds to 5, 10, 15, or put it on B, and you can shoot up to 20, 30 seconds at a time. So you need a tripod, a good sturdy tripod, and a camera that'll shoot manual exposure. You could probably do it with auto exposure cameras, but it's much easier with a manual control. This is what I use in front of my lens when I'm shooting fireworks. I try to paint the sky. I put it on B, on bulb, and I put this in front of the lens, and I can hear the fireworks going off here at City Island. And I can use my own shutter where I can stop the exposure of light. When I hear the fireworks, I can hear it go off, the poofs, it goes off, and then I can sort of paint the sky. If I see a lot of them going off in the same place of the sky, I know I've got enough. And if you get too many of those, you get overexposed and your light exposure is going to be off. But with this hand shutter that I use here, I can just keep an eye on the sky and find out where the fireworks are hitting, and I can just, it's all experimentation, but you're just painting the sky as you shoot. I'm going to experiment, but I'm going to start at f8, f11, ISO at a 100. You want a slow ISO because you're going to have long exposures, and when you first start, there's going to be a lot of ambient light still from the sunset just happening. So the exposure is going to be changing as you go. It's going to get darker and darker, but in about 30 minutes, it's going to be pretty dark out here. So F11, F8 in that range at an open shutter speed. So we'll see what we get. You guys that are interested in camera equipment, this is a Feisel tripod with a centering head on it, a centering center post. This is a really right stuff ball head. It's a very good ball head. You set this thing, lock it down, it won't move. One other important factor when shooting light sources like this fireworks, you're going to have to do some correction in Photoshop or Lightroom later. So it's always best to shoot in RAW, unprocessed, the highest quality you can shoot. That gives you a lot more latitude to how much you can correct these photographs later in Lightroom or Photoshop, and that's really important. You get these colors saturated like you want them to, they're not all blown out. Shooting fireworks is a little bit like shooting sunsets. You can get a pretty sunset just by itself, and the clouds and the sun. But it's what you put in the foreground that makes the really high quality sunset pictures. You put a sailboat in front of it, mountainous scenes, or water, people walking on the beach, or whatever. That makes the difference to add quality, adds interest, adds to the storyline. So I like to add dimension to these pictures by doing a little bit more than just a sunset or just fireworks. Add to the foreground something, make it better. Gotta listen for the camera. I'm usually 8 seconds. I gotta hear the shutter close so I know when to shoot another one. You can hear them ignite, and then you can hear them, about a second later they're going to explode. Like always, folks, if you like what you see and want more videos of this type, hit the subscribe button. See you next time.